Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature somewhere. And anyway, I just want to reach out to all of you and see how you are doing. I always got to check up on all of you out there. I see you. So anyway, besides getting out in nature, I really hope that you're taking really good care of yourself. And not just yourself, but the ones that are there loving and supporting you. It's so important, like your children, hopefully, are they loving and supporting you? Depending on their, that we really have to take really good care of them. But if you have a loved one, like a husband or a wife, you should be grateful. Hopefully you have the right one, and I hope that they are on your side, that they are with you the whole way, and that they work with you, and you work as a team. That is how it should be. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you could find me on YouTube, on YouTube, and that is at Starlight. And that's Kathy with a K, Dingman. And you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you could share, you could share my videos with your family, your friends, a stranger, your cat, a dog, a hippopotamus? You have a hippopotamus? Wow. And besides sharing my videos with a hippopotamus, you can also follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, besides that, don't forget to ring the notification bell. I know I've been forgetting to ring the notification bell, but don't forget to push the button. That way you do not miss other videos, and you never know what Starlight is going to talk about next. So anyway, I just want to reach out to you and send my love out to all of you. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're taking really good care of yourself. And besides that is make sure, the holidays are coming up, so try not to overeat, and, those temptations are going to come. So try to say no when that happens, like to say, ooh, I know I should not do that. And I trust you. You could be strong. You could be strong and say, you know what, I will pass on that, So that is really wise. But anyway, that is not what I'm going to talk to you about tonight. Tonight, which is, behind me is there is a window, but it doesn't look like a window, is tonight I'm going to talk to you about something totally different. Is how many of you, you and you, how many of you like playing video games, just pushing away on those little push button controllers? And I have to say, Starlight, a long time ago, did play video games with her kids. When my kids were younger, we used to play. What is Mario Brothers? Some of you might not. Mario Brothers is so old. First it was Pac-Man. Starlight goes way back. Pac-Man. Starlight loved playing Pac-Man with the Atari games. Does anybody even remember the Atari games? And then the Nintendos? That's where Starlight came from, is first the Atari game when I was really little, and I didn't personally have that game myself, but we did have relatives that had that game, so anytime we went to at their house, we would play that game. And so anyway, some of you probably love playing video games. Maybe you can't get enough of video games. So that is a very interesting thing, just because I watched a video the other day, and it's kind of funny how I thought the same thing this other person thought. So I'm like, hey, what a great topic for a video is for all of you, yeah, you know, you love playing those video games. And I'm trying to remember, there was a video game that I watched in around 2006, which was with the dinosaurs in there. And I'll tell you what, carnivores, I think is what it was called. But anytime Starlight played that particular video game I don't care how many times I played it, I always jumped and squirmed around playing that video games because Starlight couldn't get up on the mountain quick enough to get away from the dinosaur, and he kind of ripped me apart. So I was very jumpy playing that video game. And another video, think of the name of it, Oregon Trails. So I loved playing that. That was like, to me, kind of an educational kind of video game to play. But how many of you play video games that you have to pick a character that you want to play, like an avatar? I believe I said that correctly, hopefully, where you get to pick a character, you know, whether you want to play a guy character, you know, like, and it could be even maybe these days, I believe they have video games where you can pick a Hollywood star to play a Hollywood star as a character playing a video game. So you get to pick an avatar as who you want to play with whatever game that you Starlight never really was for the, you know, I did play some shooting games before a long time ago, but there was no blood. They just kind of fell down or whatever. So I did play a little bit on those games, and some car racing ones before. I played some car racing ones. Starlight loves to go fast, but I really don't do that now as far as legally wise. Driving on the road, you know, $200 fine is a lot of money when you're speeding on the road, so I don't encourage that either. But anyway, as far as video games go, that's kind of interesting because it's kind of how this world is. Ha ha, I tricked those of you that try to avoid those videos about the Matrix, and I see you out there, is, you know, like with the Matrix it is a lot like being, like, really, it's like a video game that we're locked in, and you get to, well, I don't think we got to pick our avatars in here. I'm hoping I'm saying this name right, but a character in this 3D Matrix, the 3D virtual reality that you are in, locked in, you know, so you were just like playing out a character. So it's really not about the outside. That's why I just made a video the other day. You know, it's an inside job. It's not about your outside, because you are a spirit being having a human experience, and we agreed to this. Would you believe we actually in our past lifetime is agreed that we were going to be a part of this? But, you know, most of us don't remember, and they erased your memory, so you cannot remember of making that agreement of doing this coming, you know, like Starlight. Like, when I realized I was back to planet Earth, you know, like when I, you know, like came out of my mom's womb, it's like, no, you know, really, it was a shocker, you know, coming back to planet Earth, third dimension, 3D. So when I say 3D, that means third dimension. So, and it's something is, even when my son was born, he was not very excited to coming here either, but he's not really aware of really what's going on, you know, in this third dimension right everything is not what you think, just like the way when they make movies, you are part of a movie here and you are one of the characters, and I don't believe we picked, our who we wanted to play as far as a character in this particular virtual reality game, so I mean, like if you were able to pick your own character, would you pick who you look like right now? And, where it is kind of funny, I did hear in the library, at a different library, is she's seeing and uploading. And so I couldn't help but hear their topics that they were talking about. And have you ever thought, be careful what you say. Have you ever thought, like, I wouldn't mind coming back as a dog? And that is kind of funny as this is kind of a sad and kind of funny kind of thing is, like I told somebody a while back, I said, I would never want to end my life. And I have tried, not that I haven't tried, I've tried many times, but failed many times because God wasn't going to let that happen. God was, had a purpose for me, and my purpose is doing what I'm doing now, is to inspire people and to try to waken them up to their reality, the reality that they're really in, to give awareness to you. And I'm not here to scare you, absolutely not. I told somebody a long time ago that, I wouldn't want to try to end my life, and I would definitely not want to do that absolutely at all. So I'm not here to encourage anybody to do that. That I wouldn't want to mess up doing that because I feared what would happen if I did that, like what would me, like would I be coming back? Because like I put that video out about is hell here on earth. So I thought, ooh, I definitely don't want to, goof up and end my life here over, you know, um, over something happening to me or whatever. Sometimes people want to end their lives because something happens to somebody that they love and they can't see themselves living here anymore. So I feared what would, I thought, wow, my life was hell here, and I thought it was hell on earth, years ago, and I don't now, because I do believe that we make life as, we make it, by our choices in life, and I am not saying my life is bad, absolutely not. I'm going through a definite transition in my life, so even if I'm living in my car, even if I don't quite have a job yet, I have no regrets of where I am right now. So some of you might be in shock, where, you might be in your warm homes, with the heat and, a bathtub and stuff. Mine going through what she's going through now. So it's not that it's a bad thing where I am, it's I'm learning stuff. So anyway, I was, say if I was here before and got sent here, that I signed up for this shit. I signed up to get born in a family like mine, to go through the hell that I went through, to really help them later on, even though most of you, if you've gone through what I've gone through, you would hate those people. You would want to see something horrible happen to them. You'd probably be wishing some evil to go upon them. But Starlight's not that way. Starlight forgave her family for whatever, and I want to help them. Imagine that, So that is why I'm here. I'm here to help them to really understand this reality. And believe it or not, I recently received a phone call from a family member, and it's all about, like, I've had this happen to me a long time ago. And that's why it takes some time. Is like people plant seeds. Like when I was to church, they were planting seeds of trying to help me to grow. they couldn't tell me certain things right up front because I would never comprehend it. So you might see a lot of videos that you don't comprehend yet. It's because I'm planting seeds by making these videos. And what I have to do is not just like a garden. You can't just plant a seed under the ground, under the soil, and think it's going to grow. It needs water. It needs sun. Sometimes you need to fertilize your stuff so that it can really start growing really good. And of course, Starlight does not use Miracle Grow, especially when it goes on vegetables or herbs or fruit. So there's, that kind of stuff that you got to add when you're trying to grow vegetables or fruit or herbs or whatever, is that you need to take care of that. The seed gets planted. So that's what I'm doing here, is planting seeds of awareness to you. So it will help. Now, some of you might not get all of what I say in some of my other videos, like the Matrix, who is Agent Smith. Some of you might think, this lady, what is up with this Matrix? It's just a movie, girl. Man, I could just imagine what some of you are thinking. So if I am, right, and I believe I am with some of you, and some of you definitely know, oh yes, we are in the Matrix. Yes, this is like a virtual reality game, and yes, you are one of the, the characters that, on like, when you're ready to play a video game, on some of those video games, you get to pick out, just like even this other game that I did play, and I loved playing it, was, I think it's called Why or We or something like that, is so if you wanted to play bowling, you picked out, you get to dress up your character. What kind of character? Does she have red hair? Are you going to play a guy character? Is she going to have whatever color hair? What kind of clothes? What name is your character? So you are like an avatar, like in this world here. And that's why it doesn't matter about the outside, is because it's just the shell. It doesn't really, it's about the spirit. It's about the inside. And that's why it's so important. Some of you didn't watch that video about it's an inside job. And that might be because you don't want to do the work in the inside. But you're going to miss out, and you're not going to understand really, when you do work on yourself, that's when God, the universe, is going to open up some doors for you, some windows to let you see some things that you didn't see quite before. So that is so important while you work on yourself. And I made a video tonight about meditation, and you really do. You gotta, I'm not going to talk a lot about that, but really meditation is a hand-on-hand. If you really want to know the secrets and the society and this 3D, the third dimension, planet here, Earth, you have to do that inside work, and it is painful, but that is necessary in order for, the universe, God, to reveal the secrets. It does say in the Bible, there are things, and I prayed for this a long time ago. God, universe, show me those secrets, I want to know the secrets. I want to know the hidden things in this world. And if you want to know the hidden things in this world, you got a shock, a surprise coming, I'll tell you. And the more you work on yourself and do like guided meditations, get out in nature is so important. That's why I do that almost in every video. Starlight did get out in nature today. And, when I do videos, I freeze my little butt off because it's so cold with my hands, but I got out. So it is so important to get out in nature, and all those other videos I made about not getting distracted, don't let people distract you, letting go of people, eating healthy. You might think, here she goes again preaching. Hey, you know what? It's your loss. If you don't really do the things that I'm trying to help you out with, you're not going to be able to see with the third eye here, not these two beautiful blue eyes. You know, you're not going to be able to understand the truth and reality as we've been lied to from the beginning of time. So it's really important to do that inside work. Yes, you got to work on yourself. That is what's going to open up doors and blockages, and like doing the meditations and working on your chakras are going to open up stuff for you. I am so serious. So it's so vitally important, and that is self-love, saying I love myself enough that I am going to make time and to learn, if you don't know how, to learn how to do guided meditations for beginners. You know, if you are a newbie for guided meditations, or you could take courses in your area. They got them. Look on Facebook, you know, hey, they got people out there that would love to teach you how to do guided meditations. You wouldn't believe some of the great things that your body can feel when you tap in and do different kind of meditations, how great you can feel after you do guided meditations, you know, how depending on like doing a meditation with your heart chakra, sending love out to your loved ones out there. It is so beautiful. And you know, I am not exaggerating with this, is you don't know what you're missing. You know, if you are not doing guided meditations, you are totally missing out on really what you could enjoy and what you could release out of your body. So I know I tricked you with these video games. You're probably hoping, Starlight, I love playing video games, and I do. I know some people in my life are, you know, they, you know, I said, hey, you know, they're a great person, but, you know, they love their video games. And what's more important in your life is to play video games. You know, like if you are in the video games, you know, what you can do is to say, you know, normally I play, we'll say 5 hours of video time playing, right? Or maybe you're into movies. Maybe you like watching movies. Well, you know, what you could do is say, hey, you know what? I want to check this out. I really do. I want to find out the secrets, because this is how you're going to find out the secrets and the things that are hidden in it. You think that things are, it's in your face, really. Everything is really in your face. It's just like you're learning how to decode everything, and things are going to pop out. Like, have you ever, I love these books, I Spy. Well, I'll tell you what, the I Spy books, like you have an I Spy book and it's telling you to look for something in that picture. And then there's these books that I had before that it was, I forget what these books were called, but they're really awesome. But this is pretty much how it is in the Matrix, is when you realize that, you know, like not everything is quite what you thought in this third reality, this 3D reality, is they have these awesome books, and it might be a picture of water, and it tells you to stare at this very center of the page on the book. And the more you stare at it, boom, like, you know, like things shoot out of it, and you're like, wow, there's a ship there. You know, I've never seen it. Well, that is really a whole lot of what learning about the third dimension, of the lies that we've been told, and how everything is right in your face, just like those awesome books that it was a ship that just popped out of the water. And you look at it and look at it and look at it, it just looks like an ocean, you know. And the more you stare at it, you know, bam, there's this ship that pops. It just pops right out. And it was there, wasn't it? It was there the whole time. So that is what this 3D matrix is like. So you really, don't you want to know, instead of missing out on what really is going on? You know, so I'm reading I had a pop-up here. So so anyway, is hang on, I gotta just get this off the screen. And so isn't it weird that, you might not feel comfortable in your skin thinking, nah, how come I'm this avatar? Well, it's a test. It really is. It's a test of no matter what you look like, you have to love yourself unconditionally. Can you do it? And that's why you need the inside job, the inside work to learn how to love yourself unconditionally no matter what you look like on the outside. And some of us, in our reality in this third dimension is we have done some things that were not healthy. Like I know a lot of people. I know a particular person that has done a lot of drugs, alcohol, and a lot of cigarette smoke. Well, now I look at the person, that person doesn't, would have looked a whole lot better if that person wasn't, didn't throw their life away, their whole life on drugs, alcohol, and cigarette smoke. They got a lot of wrinkles now. So that's why it's so important to eat things that are healthy for you. You really want to do that now while you're young. Yes, I did say young because none of you are old. This is energy never dies, so we are spiritual beings having a human experience, multi-dimensional, in this 3D, we are multi-dimensional beings, so you don't have to just stay in this dimension. That's why you can rise above to the fifth dimension. That's the love frequency, the love vibration, and that's where Starlight has been working on for years, is to rise above from the third dimension, the 3D, which is the fear frequency, the lower frequency, where if you work on yourself and you let go of fear and embrace love in your life, let fear not, there's people that say that fear not, but then they are afraid. They're afraid of things, like, ooh, there's a spider, so they are afraid of things. They might not want to admit to that, maybe afraid of losing their job, or afraid of losing a loved one, afraid of this, afraid of, they're going to lose, whatever, so there's levels to fear. It's small, tiny, big, huge, but we got to let go of fear. Let love guide you, not fear. And that is what you need to do in order to rise above to the fifth dimension. So it is so important that you do work on yourself. It is a lot of work. Yes, you're going to have tears. But you know what? You're also going to be so happy. You're going to have tears of joy, like Starlight's been like almost every day. I'm very grateful and thankful, and I never would have thought I would have ever said some of the things I've said recently, that I'm like, I'm glad. I'm going through what I'm going through right now. And I've gone through a lot, in my whole entire life, but I have been seriously working on myself, like 2016, I really needed to, all the way through now. And when COVID came, that was a wake-up call. Did you wake up? Did you wake up? Like, wake up, I hope you woke up when, when COVID, did you like COVID? Did you like what was going on with masks and being separated? And they do have that song, Gotta Keep Them Separated. Starlight listens to, there's some music, that they have on the radio. I don't even know what song, who sings that, but it is kind of funny because that's what they do to us. They want to keep us separated. They want to keep us separated with race, and to keep us separated with the COVID. They want to keep our mouth shut. I wish I had a mask right here, but I don't, to, say nothing, not to see smiles. So you better hang on. And I'm not trying to scare you, but there's more to come. They're not done playing with us. They're always going to toy with us, like, like the way a cat does with a mouse. Cats are funny when it comes to a mouse. They like that challenge of kind of beating the heck out of that mouse, and just, it's so bad what they do, but that's kind of what these people do to us. They treat us like a mouse. They bat us around, let us wait a little bit, see how we do. We're like, oh, that felt horrible. And then they, they observe us to see how we're doing, and and then they bat us around again, and they toy with us. So you got to be, I want you to wake up to the truth and the reality, and you will start seeing stuff just like those books, where you're staring at it and you're like, huh, I don't see nothing, Starlight, and bam, it's going to hit you. And then you're going to, like they say, is the truth will set you free, but it will piss you off. I'm telling you, there's days I'm like, like I get really angry about stuff, but I'd rather know the truth than to believe in a lie, wouldn't you? So that is why I'm here. I'm helping you out. I'm planting those seeds and I'm watering them. Got to make sure you get some sunlight, make sure, you can grow like a beautiful plant. You're going to turn into a beautiful plant when you work on yourself. If you don't work on yourself and you don't get watered and you don't get some sunlight, then you can get all, like a droopy plant. And there's different kind of plants out there, and I know tomatoes, in the springtime, they don't do so good out in the cold, so you really got to make sure your tomato plants are really strong before you put those babies outside after frost, because there goes your tomato plants. Starlight has seen that. I was like, I was so proud of them one day. I was like, you guys look so good. And yes, I talked to my plants, and then I took them out, and it wasn't quite the right time, and there they all went. They are very fragile. So you don't want to be like those baby tomato plants. You want to grow, and so this is what I'm here for, is to help you, to give you awareness, to have you aware of really what is going on. And some of you might know more than Starlight, of course. We're all at different levels. So anyway, I do know this video is getting long, and I do love you. I really just want to see you wake up and realize the reality of this world, this third dimension, this 3D reality, virtual reality. Like a movie, they set everything up. Everything is set up. So you got to be able to see that, and they do put movies out there to try to help you to get you ready and prepared of what is coming. So you just have to be able to read between the lines a lot of times, and really, don't be afraid though. You got to be aware of what's coming. So anyway, I do love you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could share this video with your friend, your family, your cat, your dog, a mouse, Yeah, you can share. A lot of people have mice in their house right now, especially in my area, because this weather, they need somewhere warm to hang out for the winter, right? So besides sharing my videos with your pet mouse, is also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if I did that earlier, you could do it twice. Besides subscribing to my YouTube channel, you can also follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, make sure you shine like the star you are, because we are all made out of stardust. So let the people out in the community, people in your neighborhood, put a smile on their face. Really go out and go get out of yourself, and put a smile on somebody's face today. So anyway, I do love all of you, and don't forget the notification bell like Starlight almost did, and check out my playlist. I have lots of different topics, and I will have much, much more. So anyway, I do love all of you. This is Starlight. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.